So welcome to your risk number. Okay, great. So when you click on the link, you're going to get the risk questionnaire coming up here, as you see here. You're going to click on Get Started, and you're just going to let the system know a little bit about yourself. So this is me. And every investment portfolio has to have a goal. So what are your goals? What are your primary financial goals? Wealth accumulation. For me, paying down debt. And hit next. Anything interesting happening in terms of employment, inheritances, major expenses? Many of you know I would Locked Inc. So I'll say great new job. And total investment amount. I'll just put 100,000 as was in the example. Okay. And when you were born, and my retirement age, let's say 75. I actually feel positive about the markets. And yes, all of these questions are relevant. How are you feeling about your financial future? I actually feel anxious in an excited way. So I guess I'll put confident here. And so if you feel anxious in a trepidatious way, you're not looking forward to your future financially, you should check anxious. So be really honest, right? But I actually feel really excited. And so I'm going to put confident. And then this is where we now start to get into the nitty gritty. Okay. So risk and reward go hand in hand. So many of you have met me at conferences or have sat in a webinar. We've talked about this. So it's important that you answer these in terms of how much you're comfortable losing versus gaining. So you're going to take the slider and slide it across with your mouse or your finger. And remember, I put $100,000 in here. So for the chance at gaining 29,000, am I comfortable losing $19,000? So again, really, for the chance or the opportunity or the investment opportunity, make me $29,000 on my 100,000. It could also lose. It may instead lose the 19,000. So said another way, with my $100,000 that I entered when we started the questionnaire, so whatever amount that was for you, if you invest that amount, here I'm saying for that amount, am I comfortable making an investment that will yield me $29,000 or may instead lose me $19,000? Now, I want to maximize my money. So I'm even going to bring it to 25,000 because I think that's just a nice round number. I'll make an investment that makes me $25,000. I'm okay if it loses 16,000. No big deal. Okay. So now I get prompted, what if the market dropped quickly and my portfolio value dropped $15,000? What would I do? So if I had that 100,000 and I woke up tomorrow and I saw my portfolio from 100,000 down to 85,000, what would I do? I would stay invested. Now, they really want to test me out. So for a potential gain of 25,000, I could lose 16,000. Or would I be comfortable having a certain gain of 3,000? So if I make this investment, I'm definitely going to get $3,000. But if I make investment A, I could make $25,000, or it could lose me 16,000. So I'm definitely going with A. Okay. And so even the system makes it easy for you. Let's say you could either get at the end of the investment period, right, $125,000, or you end up with $83,000. Okay. And so I'm hit next because I'm comfortable with that. So now, what if they up the ante and said, make an investment that will gain you $6,000 for sure, or would you still make the same investment that could get you 25,000, but you may lose 16,000? And so me, 6,000, 6,000 is all in how you interpret it. So this is my answer. But if you're interpreting another answer and you make investment B because you want the sure money, then make that your selection. Okay. The only right answer is the answer you choose. Okay. It's investing. All right. Okay. Now this gets a little bit more interesting for me. Honestly, I would like a certain gain of $10,000. So I'm going to say still, I'm going to go for investment A. I'm going to choose investment B, a certain gain of $10,000. Now they up the ante on investment A. Now I could make $28,000, but lose $19,000. Or I could have a certain gain of $9,000. Not really my $10,000 threshold, but not too far off. Or I could make a little bit more money. Also risk losing, but I'm okay with that. I'll go with the higher returns. Okay. So now we let it do its thing, crunch out our number, and boom, I'm in 85. So my risk number is in 85. So what does that mean? And what does that mean? It really means, and so this is where I want you to go back to the website and go check out and look at the definitions that we've laid out in layman's terms for those of you who are new to the risk number, right? So go and check those out, come back and say, yes, that feels like me, or no, you want to make an adjustment, okay? And so you can make an adjustment using the slider. This feels like, actually, I want to make an adjustment. I feel like I'm a little bit riskier than that. So let's say I want to make an adjustment and I'll say, like, I feel like I'm a little risky. You can make your own adjustments here. And it gives you the corresponding risk reward. So I'm not really comfortable risking 25,000 if I'm honest with myself. So I think even coming down a bit in the risk, yes, away from the 20,000 mark. That feels good to me. 81 then is what it is. Get done and we're all set. What are those next steps? Well, for those of you who have been in my in-person sessions, you know what comes next. For those of you who haven't, contact us and find out. Now go and utilize those risk numbers. Don't let this information go to waste. Get better invested.